Good morning, my dear student. On the behalf of KTGM College Nasik and Department of Chemistry of this college, I am Dr. S.R. Labde welcomes you to the lecture on electrogravimetric analysis. Student, in previous lecture we discussed definition of electrogravimetry, principle of electrogravimetric analysis. We also discussed Faraday's first law of electrolysis and its application in electrogravimetric analysis. Student, in today's lecture we discuss Faraday's second law of electrolysis and its application in electrogravimetry. Therefore, here statement of Faraday's second law of electrolysis, Faraday's second law of electrolysis statement is like this: when a same quantity of electricity is passed through different electrolyte solutions, the amount of substances deposited or liberated at respective electrode are directly proportional to their chemical equivalent. This is the statement of Faraday's second law of electrolysis, and according to this law, when same quantity of electricity is passed through different electrolyte solution, the amount of substance liberated or deposited at respective electrodes are directly proportional to their chemical equivalent. Student, first upon we discuss what is meant by this chemical equivalent. Last time we discussed electrochemical equivalent. Electrochemical equivalent is the amount of substance deposited, by 1 coulomb electricity. And that amount is called as electrochemical equivalent. Therefore, electrochemical equivalent is the amount of substance liberated or deposited by 1 coulomb electricity. 1 coulomb electricity, 1 coulomb or coulomb is the quantity of electricity given by a current strength of 1 ampere flowing for 1 second through electrolyte solution. Therefore, here electrochemical equivalence, it is represented by letter Z, which is equal to the amount of substance liberated by 1 coulomb electricity, and 1 coulomb electricity, that is a quantity of electricity obtained by a flow of current of 1 ampere for 1 second through the electrolyte solution. Therefore, here electrochemical equivalent and chemical equivalent, these are the different terms. Now we define chemical equivalent. Chemical equivalent is the amount of substance deposited by 1 Faraday electricity, and this quantity is called as chemical equivalent. That is the amount of material deposited by 1 Faraday electricity. And here chemical equivalent is the equivalent weight of that substance which is deposited onto the electrode. Therefore, here chemical equivalent, that is the amount of material deposited by 1 Faraday electricity, and electrochemical equivalent is a material that is deposited by 1 Coulomb electricity. Therefore, here 1 Faraday is equal to 96500 Coulomb. Now here 1 Faraday, that is 96500 Coulomb, or 1 Faraday corresponding to Avogadro's number of electron, or this much electric charge having Avogadro's number of electrons. Therefore, here when we pass 1 Faraday electricity through analyte solution, then it provides Avogadro's number of electron, and that deposits Avogadro's number of atom. Now we discuss how this 1 Faraday quantity comes. We know that here Coulombic charge on the electron, that is equal to charge on electron is 1.6022 into 10 raised to minus 19 Coulomb. This is a Coulombic charge on the electron, and here 1 Faraday means 96500 Coulomb, means 1 Faraday gives Avogadro's number of electron for reduction process, and here each electron have a charge 1.6022 into 10 raised to minus 19 Coulomb, and therefore here this 1 Faraday becomes 6.023 into 1.6022 into 10 raised to 4, and this 1 Faraday equal to 96500 Coulomb. Therefore, here this is a charge, Coulombic charge on the electron. Avogadro's number of electron means 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 means 1 mole of electron, and when 1 mole of electron reacts with 1 mole of monovalent metal ion, then it gives 1 mole of that particular atom. Suppose, for example, if we pass a same quantity according to Faraday's second law of electrolysis, if we pass same quantity that is here 1 Faraday of electricity through Ag plus Cu2 plus and Al3 plus ions. Then here we have to find out how much amount of silver, how much amount of copper, and how much amount of aluminum are get deposited. Therefore, here if we pass same quantity of electricity, suppose for example 1 Faraday, through a electrolyte solution containing silver ion, copper ion, and aluminum ion, then we can say that here amount of silver deposited. Here, when a single silver ion is present, single electron is sufficient to reduce it into the silver atom. If Avogadro's number of silver ion are present, then it requires Avogadro's number of silver ion require Avogadro's number of electron, and that gives the Avogadro's number of silver atoms. That means here this Avogadro's number of silver atom have a weight equal to 108 gram. This much amount of silver atom is 108, and which is equal to the equivalent weight of silver, or you may say it is called as chemical equivalent of silver. Therefore, here when we pass 1 Faraday electricity through a monovalent metal ion, then it deposits 1 mole of that particular ion into corresponding atoms, and which is corresponding to the equivalent weight of that substance. Similarly, if we pass 1 mole of 1 Faraday electricity through divalent metal ion, then half mole of that particular are get deposited. That we discuss here. Therefore, here when we pass same quantity, means here 1 Faraday electricity through a copper 2 plus solution, then amount of copper deposited, and here if a half mole of copper is, if single electron is taken, it reduces half mole of copper 2 plus, and it gives a copper 1/2 mole copper or atom, copper atom. Therefore, here Avogadro's number into 10 raised to 23 electron plus half mole means 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 copper ion, and that gives here 1/2 into 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 copper atoms. And this much copper atom have a weight equal to 31.8 gram, or we can say here 1/2 into 63.6 copper atom, where there 63.6 is the atomic weight of copper. And therefore, half mole means 31.8 gram of copper atom or copper deposited. Therefore, here this is a chemical equivalent of copper or equivalent weight of copper. Chemical equivalent or equivalent weight of copper. Therefore, here when we pass 1 Faraday electricity through divalent metal ion, it will deposit half mole of copper or half mole of that particular ion. Therefore, here 31.8 is the chemical equivalent of copper. Similarly, when we pass the same quantity of electricity through aluminum solution, an amount of aluminum deposited is equal to single electron deposits 1/3 aluminum ion. That gives 1/3 Al atom. Therefore, here 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 electron plus 1/3 into 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 aluminum atom ion, and it gives same number of 1/3 into 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 Al atom, and therefore here, which is equal to 1/3 into 27 Al atom, and that is equal to 9.0 gram of aluminum. Therefore, here when we pass 1 Faraday electricity through a trivalent metal ion, then it deposits 1/3 mole of that particular ion. Therefore, according to Faraday's law of electrolysis, second law of electrolysis, when same quantity of electricity is passed through a different electrolyte solution, the amount of substance deposited or liberated at respective electrode are directly proportional to their chemical equivalent or a equivalent weight. Student, from this discussion, it is clear that 1 Faraday electricity is always deposit 1 gram equivalent of any substance, or 1 Faraday electricity deposit 1 gram equivalent or the equivalent weight of that substance. Student, here we discuss a relationship between electrochemical equivalent and the chemical equivalent. Therefore, here we know that electrochemical equivalent is the amount of material, amount of substance deposited by 1 coulomb electric charge, deposited by 1 coulomb electricity. And here chemical equivalent is the amount of substance deposited by 1 Faraday electricity. Therefore, here 1 Faraday means 96500 coulomb. Therefore, from this we can write a relation, that is chemical equivalent is equal to 96500 into electrochemical equivalent. This is a relation. Or we can say that electrochemical equivalent is equal to chemical equivalent divided by 96500, or which is equal to equivalent weight of that substance divided by 96500 coulomb. Therefore, here we have the relation, that is a chemical equivalent is equal to 96500 coulomb into electrochemical equivalent. Therefore, we can easily find out electrochemical equivalent from the chemical equivalent. Chemical equivalent means equivalent weight of that substance. An equivalent weight of that particular substance or analyte that must be known for determination of electrochemical equivalent. And on the basis of this, we solve one problem, that is on the Faraday's second law of electrolysis, and it is clear that how the same quantity deposits their chemical equivalent weight. Therefore, here a problem is like this: a current of electricity is current of electricity was passed through a series of cell containing silver nitrate AgNO3, copper sulfate CuSO4 and sulfuric acid H2SO4 respectively. Solutions: for a period of 17 minutes, if the weight of silver deposited is 0.721 gram, what would be the weight of copper deposited? Now this is a problem based on Faraday's second law of electrolysis. In this case, a current strength of unknown magnitude is passed through different electrolyte solution for 17 minutes. Here amount of silver deposited is 0.721 gram. Then we have to find out what would be the amount of copper deposited with the same quantity of electricity. Therefore, in this case, we know that when a same quantity, here we can say 1 Faraday electricity is passed through a different electrolyte solution, when same quantity, you may say 1 Faraday, same quantity, 1 Faraday electricity, 1 Faraday electricity is passed through silver nitrate AgNO3 and CuSO4 solution, then amount of silver and copper deposited are 108 gram and 31.8 gram respectively. That means here for 1 Faraday, the amount of substance liberated is equal to their equivalent weight. Therefore, amount of copper is deposited 31.8 gram and amount of silver deposited is 108 gram. Therefore, here for same quantity, that is for 1 Faraday or same quantity, here same quantity, if copper is if silver is deposited 108 gram, then copper will be deposited 31.8 gram. And for this quantity which we are passing for 17 minutes through the electrolyte solution, then at that case silver is deposited 0.721 gram, then we have to find out how much amount of copper is deposited. Therefore, here simply we can here with a cross multiplication we can find out amount of copper deposited is equal to here 0.721 gram into 31.8 gram divided by 108 gram. When we solve this, we have here 0.213 gram of copper. Therefore, in this case, for same quantity 108 gram corresponding to 18 gram of copper, when 7.721 gram, then how much is the copper, and amount of copper deposited at that condition is 0.213 gram. Now, this is a problem based on the Faraday's second law of electrolysis, and from this we can find out if one substance is deposited in this much amount by that much quantity of electricity, then how much is the other deposited if we know the chemical equivalent of that particular substance. These are the chemical equivalents of copper and silver, and therefore here from chemical equivalents we can find out the amount of material deposited. Student, with this Faraday's second law of electrolysis, I am giving here you the home assignment, and here second home assignment. First question is give the statement of Faraday's second law of electrolysis. Second law of electrolysis. Second one is define Coulomb and Faraday. Third one, define chemical equivalent. Number 4, why Faraday is 96500 Coulomb, and similarly you can solve a numerical problems based on this Faraday's second law of electrolysis. Student, with this we stop here.